today's headlines. Court fixes date to hear suit on the creation of Biafra Republic. Court fixes date to hear suit on the creation of Biafra Republic. My dear listeners, this is today's news. Court fixes date to hear suit on the creation of Biafra Republic. A federal high court sitting in Abuja on Friday fixed March 30th, 2023 to hear a suit filed by the coalition of northern groups CNG seeking a referendum to determine the fate of Biafra and other self-determination agitations. Recall that the CNG had, in June 2021, dragged the National Assembly and the Attorney General of the Federation to court asking it to compel the defendant to halt the ongoing constitutional review exercise and conduct a referendum to ascertain what determines Nigeria and who populate it. But the case before the court presided over by Justice Inyangekwo could not be heard on Friday and was subsequently adjourned. Speaking to newsmen, CNG lawyer Sufiyanu Gamboli Idris said the case is slated to 30th of March 2023, even though they informed us right from the time that the court is not going to see it. But as we are not informed of any day, I decided to come down to ensure that I take the date. But even before I arrived, the date was already slated. In his remarks, the counsel to the Ipob Nation People Movement, Additional Oke, said, "We are here, having realized there is a suit which has to do with the issue of self-determination, of which, of course, the people of the movement have always been yearning for, and we felt the best things to do is to ensure we join in the suit for determination of that self-determination that we have been asking for." The Ipob people have been there for many years and is one of the ethnic groups that have such a history, and it is important they can always see to the fact that the court could determine whether that self-determination is something that could be granted to us or not. Why we are joining, of course, the application is before the court, and the court is here to determine the joining of the Ipob People's Movement in the suit that is presently constituted. But we are hoping that by the time we are being added, we are likely just like any other applications from other ethnic nationality. We are going to have a bite of the cherry for this issue that is pending before the court. A lot of ethical nationalities are also asking the same question to have a referendum of their self-determination and to have unhindered access to their resources. You can always imagine that a lot of resources are within the confines of Ipob. Akwa Ibom people of over 9 million, but few of them are integrated into the Nigerian system. And this is why self-determination is determined. And one must be determined so people can know how to go about it. Just like it has been said, there are several instruments that point to that, both internationally and even within the confines of the national law. So this is what we want to try before the court and see whether we can have the law on our side. Because we are peaceful people and we don't want violence in the country. But we have the right to ask for this, and we hope that the court will uphold our argument with respect. A federal high court sitting in Abuja on Friday fixed March 30th, 2023 to hear a suit filed by the coalition of northern group CNG seeking a referendum to determine the fate of Biafra and other self-determination agitations. Recall that the CNG Act in June 2021 dragged the National Assembly and the Attorney General of the Federation to court asking it to compel the defendant to halt the ongoing constitutional review exercise that and conduct a referendum to ascertain what it determines Nigeria and who will populate it. But the case before the court presided over by Justice Iang Eko could not be heard on Friday and was subsequently adjourned. Speaking to newsmen, CNG lawyer Sufiyanu Gambolidri said, the case is slated to 30th of March 2023, even though they informed us right from the time that the court is not going to sit, but as we are not informed of any day, I decided to come down to ensure that I take the date. But even before I arrived, the date was already slated. Now I've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by the comment